Are you watching this video and feeling hopeless, depressed, aimless, directionless? Well, I'm gonna help you. Look at the activities that you're spending your time doing. Are you drinking to excess? Are you partying? Are you spending every waking minute outside of your job, which presumably you have to do to live? Are you spending those minutes and hours numbing yourself? Maybe watching Netflix, just binge watching Netflix to excess. Those are the types of activities that won't get you anywhere. If you really want to get clear and find more meaning and purpose in your life, then you need to cut out these activities. You actually need to create space to figure out what you want to do. And maybe if you cut out drinking, for example, maybe there's a void there, but actually you might need to feel that for a period. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that void will be there, and that will be the space that you need to figure out what you actually want to do, what you are actually passionate about. Maybe you're just going along with the crowd and doing what everyone else wants to do. Well, that is not the path to a meaningful life. You are a sheep at that point. You are not leading, you are not a leader. And I guarantee if you continue on that path, you will look back 5, 10, 20 years from now and think, man, I wish I'd made some changes now. So I encourage you to get ahead of the crowd, start to do this work on yourself now, because you won't regret it if you look back. So maybe for you, that means stop drinking, like we said. Maybe for you, it's get back to church, get back to a community of faith. That could be life transformational for you. Maybe you need to stop looking for a life partner in the bars. Well, actually, church, as we mentioned, is an amazing place to meet a life partner. There are also amazing activities. If you are really into hiking, then join a hiking group. That may be the place where you find your life partner. These are the sorts of things you'll start to piece together. As you start to cut out the noise, as you start to cut out being a sheep and get clear on what you actually want to do with your life. Maybe alcohol is your thing. Let me speak to that for a minute. Are you drinking 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 nights a week? Well, the first thing you need to do is actually be honest about that. Like, when you go to the doctor and they say, how many units do you drink? And you kind of round down. But if you're actually honest with yourself, you're drinking 7 nights a week. And I don't care if it's just one drink or one large drink 7 nights a week. That is actually too much, and you're causing damage to your body. You are statistically going to die sooner, and it is a poison to your body. So maybe it's alcohol, maybe it's something else, but you need to be radically honest about your life circumstance and change it. You may say, I can't give up drinking because it's culturally embedded in society. I'll never be able to escape it. I don't believe it for a second. I know so many people that have given up alcohol, and I know people who have given up other vices as well. Change comes when you take a stand. You draw a line in the sand and say, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. And you actually stay true to your word and you stay accountable. Maybe you have to join a support group. I have many friends who on the alcohol front have joined some sort of group to actually keep them accountable. That is a great idea. Some people can just stop because they've decided to stop. If that's you, great also. But don't do something just because everyone else does it. Like, what is it in your life that you need to make a change on? Go out there and do it. I implore you, I encourage you just to go and do it. So once you get rid of alcohol on a nightly basis, on a daily basis, you actually have so much more time to yourself. It's amazing. You have so much more productive energy during the days. So you're more productive during the day. You drink less coffee, you probably eat less junk food, you probably work out more because you're more motivated to do that. And then your evenings are so clear and your mornings are so clear as well. It is amazing. And you have all of this space, and you actually have the ability to take on much more in your life without actually wearing yourself out and being constantly tired. So seriously consider it. It's been transformational for my wife and I. I think more people should try it, quite frankly. Cutting out alcohol as a married couple has meant that we have more time to spend quality time with each other. We've replaced it with other activities. If you total up the amount of money you're spending on alcohol, it actually can be hundreds of dollars every month, and that money could easily go towards other things. So when we bought a sauna, for example, and we spend a lot of time in the sauna, that is a much better way to connect every night on a nightly basis than sitting on the sofa and drinking wine. It just is. It's better for our bodies, actually gives us more energy, and our conversation is better. It's higher quality as well. A funny side benefit as well is if you go to networking events and everyone else is pounding drinks, then the people who are doing that often end up telling you stuff that they would not otherwise tell you if they were fully sober. So there's a lot of funny benefits that come along as well, but primarily your health, your quality of life, your quality of your relationships, not only with your spouse, but with your kids as well. Do you really want your kid to grow up knowing that you are the parent that always has an alcoholic drink in your hand? I didn't, which is one of the main reasons I made the change. So what did I do with the extra time that I had? I buy small businesses from retiring business owners. I care a lot about this topic. I care about providing a legacy to retiring business owners. Being able to do this and do it well and do it better because I don't have alcohol in my system means that I am better at providing jobs for people. We have between 50 and 60 employees at the time of recording this video. We improve communities and I can do that better without alcohol in my system. We create great culture. We provide meaning for people. Like people need to work. Work is good for us and we try our best to create great culture in our companies. So all of these things I do and buying these companies and providing the legacy to retirees is something I'm really passionate about, and it wouldn't be possible to the extent we're doing it if I was still drinking alcohol 6 or 7 nights a week. If you are feeling hopeless, then I would challenge you that your purpose right now is to actually find your purpose. So sit in that tension, like take out that alcohol, take out that other vice that is destroying you, sit in that tension and that void until you've figured out what your purpose is, what you were put on this earth to do. You won't regret it, I promise you. Sitting in that void means looking at your life analytically and saying, what am I good at? Everyone in this world is good at something. So don't beat yourself up. Like honestly, what are you good at? And what do you love doing? And what does the world need? It's like this cocktail of all of these different facets. What are you uniquely good at? What do you love and what does the world need? Like try and look at all of those facets and there'll be somewhere in the middle of those three where it's like a Venn diagram, there'll be a crossover. And that could well be the purpose and why you've been put on this earth. If you found this video helpful, then I'd love to hear from you. If you are in this funk right now and don't know what's next, then please message me. I'd love to help if I can, but otherwise please do this exercise and maybe, just maybe, the next year does not look like the year that's just passed. So if you're really resonating with the small business ownership and the small business investing, then we have a community, the business buying community. We help people learn how to buy a business and actually do it. I did it myself and now I've seen several people in our community walk this path too, where they've learned how to buy a business and now become full-time business investors. If you are struggling for your purpose and this really interests you, please check us out. We'd love to have you a part of our group. You only have one life, you might as well live it to the fullest.